but like I like the positive music. I think it's all good. Like, but why you always sound so angry? Angry? That's not anger, man. That's passion. Oh, okay. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, why do you always sound so angry? I like the positive music. I'm a huge fan. That's not anger, man. Like, but that's passion.
Alright everyone, we are just waiting for the match to come up, but I thought I'd give a little introduction. So welcome to everyone currently watching. We do have two EU teams facing off today, and I have disabled all of the alerts and overlays, except for the one in the top right, for the sake of the cast. Make sure nothing gets in the way and nothing's too distracting, make it a little bit better for the viewing experience, and also so when teams want to go back and watch the recording, you know, they get to see all the highlights. So yeah, just for y'all's sake and awareness. But the two teams that are facing off today are going to be BRSEK and Bossfight, two well-known EU teams. Bossfight being pretty top dog in their bracket, so this will be a good fight to watch. But we still have a few minutes till actual start time, so I'm going to go back on the pause overlay, and I will be back as soon as we get started. So see y'all then.
all sound so angry? Hey, that's not anger. That's passion. Oh, okay.
Alright, everyone, welcome to the stream and welcome to the cast. We are just getting started here shortly as the team members fill into the lobby. We are starting on Cargo. All the maps are pre-chosen for this tournament format, so it will be Cargo, Panda Towers, and Snow Peak as the maps that we are playing today. So no bans, nothing like that. It's all predetermined in order to kind of vet some maps for next season. To start off with, again, we do have Bossfight versus BRSEK. Both EU teams. One of them is a primarily Russian team, BRSEK. It seems they did a little swapperoo, so let me edit the team names here. We'll get started. As far as first objective, we are starting in the far north objective. It's probably the hardest one to attack, in my opinion, on a Cargo, as it's well in the back. There's a lot of crossing, dissecting angles that you have to pass by in order to get to it, but it's also easily exploitable. If you're able to take down one side of the objective and the other side doesn't rotate and react fast enough, it can be a dangerous situation. So it can go both ways, really. I'm really curious to see how both of these teams choose to go about doing this. It's also going to be good. Bossfight being one of the top tier teams on EU, BRSEK being more of a mid tier. So it'll be cool to watch these teams duke it out and see what kind of meta they bring to the table. Not a lot of EU gets the views and the audience that it should. So I'm really happy that I was able to pick this up and showcase what the EU side of things looks like. Yeah, same maps that we played in the Mayhem versus OJC last night. Let's see, we have full teams on both sides, so we are just waiting for them to strategize, and then we will be on our way. If y'all have any questions or issues or feedback on anything, please be sure to let me know in chat. There is no delay on this stream in particular, so I will be able to react and adapt. All right. All right. This hiatus type situation between season 10 and season 11 has been pretty interesting. All these custom maps and you know, new map makers bringing out the content. It's been pretty cool seeing all the custom map lobbies coming up, playing some new things, just getting some variety, some change. I think it's a good thing for sure, and the possibility of bringing in custom maps to the league As far as I know, this is the first time that that'll be happening, so definitely an interesting change, and I think it'll be a good one. If any of them get chosen, there's no guarantees that the custom maps will be brought in. That's the whole point of all this testing. It'll be interesting to see. But that being said, we are getting started. Round 1, map 1. Right. Nice little cheer from the side of Bossfight to start things off. We'll see how we get started. We got very fast action coming out from the pipeline, the usual free fire. Lots of smoke coming out to try and cover those crosses. Free fire coming out from Scooby across. Radar Head holding up the front of the defense in the center. Shreelock trying to get a peek. Lonely Viper taking some pop shots. Grenade comes out, doesn't make any contact with anybody. Shreelock really spearheading above the rest of his team. Defense making some moves, but staying tight. 35 made it to the yellow room. Has a nice little cross angle. Going to be really hard for Straylock to deal with, especially if he has to poke out with Radar Head. Oh, almost a TK, as the other BRSEK guys were unaware that Straylock had pushed up so far. Straylock going in fearlessly. 35 gets him from the side as he fails to check his corners. Bringing this to a 4v5. Vladich taking a little peek at barrels. Ooh. The Partisan getting really close to Radar Head. Right avoid. Right in the center here. Radar Head and Partisan trade. Both are resable, but then Scooby picks up Raya. On the side, Vladich catches 35, rotating for the res. Just quickly down to 3v2. Both teams with the res available. Looks like Young is going to manage to pick up Hart. And the confirm on... Oh! Confirm comes out. Legel manages to refrag. Vladich takes down Lonely Viper while Legel and Vladich trade. Bringing this to a 1v1 very quickly. Lots of trades coming out. Both with the res available. Scooby gets aggressive though and takes out Pard. Bringing this to a boss fight victory on round 1. Bossfight did a great job at reacting to where the shots were coming from, where the downs were happening. Very good defense. It was a great attempt at the push-in refrag from BRSEK, but they just weren't quite aggressive enough to punch through. They took shots and they hesitated. And then you had one of their members very far from the rest, unable to get refragged. It was a good attempt on both ends. And we are prepping for round number 2. As far as leaderboard, we got, I'm gonna completely fail on these names, but on BRSEK side we have Partisan, Vladich, Raya Devoy, Straylock, and Young Pervert Shek. On the boss fight side we have Scooby, Radar Head, 35, Legel, and Lonely Viper. Let's take a look at the kill spread. Scooby-Doo doing some work on boss fight with 3 kills, but Vladich also answering with 3 more kills. Very good start of the match. We are moving on to round 2 now. BRSEK on the defense. We'll see if they decide to get aggressive. Oh, but we did have a round reset. Possibly starting the round without a member. Alright. How's everyone in chat doing? Is all the audio and visual coming out okay? Alright, round 2 coming right up.
Кликер.
Да на, блядь.
Ismail, 34-50-6.
Right. Nice little spread out coming out from Bossfight. Looks like 35's prepping for the cross with the smoke. Manages to get across, no pre-fire coming out. Lonely Viper taking an aggressive push. Young taking up a similar position as Bossfight did last round, but we have a trade from Ryan Scooby on the pipeline. Lonely Viper's already up, push past the defender Young. Legel and Radar ready to support, and 35 sneaking up on the side. Smoke coming out from Legel straight onto a red container. Young manages to pick off 35 and a quick peek. Legel coming in for the refrag. Ooh, almost gets caught out by Young. Trade coming out in the center. Only Viper manages to pick up his friend Legel. 35 still ready to be res. Radar and Straylock trade. Lonely Viper peeks out, taking out Vladic. Working on a rotation. C4 in the middle, doesn't quite catch anybody. And it's down to a 2v1 with 2 Resable on the side of Bossfight.
One in Belgium now. One in Belgium right now. He's in Belgium, going through gear.
Oh, you kill him.
No, you hit.
Got him.
Ooh. Lonely Viper catches Partisan as he tries to peek on the res. Plenty of callouts coming out from both teams. Bossfight take their second point. You're planning on getting some overlays going. Not at the moment. Oop, we're going to be moving objectives here. My camera didn't take. There we go. Overlays going at casting overlays? No, not currently. I kind of do without them right now, especially since everything's pre-planned for this tournament in particular anyways. Kill spread. Scooby-Doo picking up another, now at 4. Lonely Viper picking up 3. And a still pretty even kill spread. Alright. And now we wait for round number 3 for the southeastern objective. This one's a little bit tricky as it's pretty out in the open. However, there's a nice little crawl cap possibility behind this propane tank. You just have to cross out in the open to get to it. As far as rotating around through that dark alley. So definitely makes for some interesting plays. We'll see how BRSEK tries to punch through the Bossfight defense. They're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive if they expect to make it through. Getting more early smoke coming out onto the pipeline to prevent any quick shots, but the pre-fire's coming out to see if it can catch anybody through the smoke. Ooh, Straylock catches Legel early. Straylock also TKs Raya. Sticky step down the open. Radar Head takes out Vladic. Straylock hits Scooby-Doo, and Lonely Viper refracts on Straylock. Some quick action, quickly making this a 2v3. Radar Head got aggressive, trading with Young, and Lonely Viper pushed up all the way. Partisan, last man up. Lonely Viper just waiting for the angle. Just quick action, and in less than 60 seconds, Bossfight take their 3rd point. What an aggressive push. BRSEK was not ready for such aggression straight out the gate. Bossfight looking to take this map early and fast. BRSEK on the defense, we'll see how they react to such high aggressive tactics that Bossfight brought to the table. They might answer back with their own fire, we'll see. Only Viper just cut right down there. Radar Head also pushing up through the tunnel. Lots of pre-fire. Got stuck with the pre-fire and the trades coming out on the pipeline. The TK didn't help either. Beautiful, beautiful play out of Bossfight. This is why they're on top, folks. They're definitely putting in the work to be where they are at. And they are showing it here today. Thanks, bud. Currently waiting on round number 4. See if BRSEK is able to bring themselves a point and defend off against the highly aggressive. Again, they are proving true to their name as the Bossfight. The hard, the difficult challenge. All right. And we are off to the races, folks. Anybody who speaks Russian? More smoke
Behind me.
coming out from Bossfight. Lots of smoke coming out to the pipeline. I expect a very fast cross. 4-man push on the pipeline. So much smoke coming out. Legel getting that early line to catch anybody crossing. Young and Scooby about to connect. But we still have a 3-man push out of Bossfight onto objective. They are on objective, putting in the pressure. Vladic trying to defend against him. Scooby-Doo takes out Raya, while Raya gets out Radar. Oh, Radar and Raya actually trade. My apologies. It's quickly down to 2v2.5. Early aggression. Scooby about to get flanked on, but Young isn't paying attention to that angle. Scooby takes out Part. Now Young, all alone on the objective, making sure nobody crawled up behind the propane tank, like I mentioned before. Scooby gets the confirm. Legel pulling up behind. And Bossfight take map 1, 4-0. Solid plays, high aggression. Bossfight started off a little bit slow, kind of feeling out the enemy, but once they realized that aggression works, they came in full send. Putting 4 people on the objective within 45 seconds. Crazy plays, but we are moving on to Snow Peak, map number 2. Alright, so map number 2 coming in strong with the big room hangar objective. Various names for it. More like a storage room. Very spicy objective, as once the attackers get in there, it's just a chaotic mess for the defenders. Be very fun to watch the boss fight aggression on this objective in particular. Alright. As we get ready, all players are in the lobby. Alright, and round 1 on map 2 coming your way. I've only casted this map once, and it's a very big map, so it'll be a fun challenge to see how we're able to split our visuals and our attention.
Oh god, why don't I have a chip? Fucking code. I'm so bad.
35, going off on his lonesome, probably on a long rotation towards the west, while the other 4 members of Bossfight make their way through the tunnels. See what routes they decide to take. BRSEK, really open, really spread out defense, with only 1 directly on objective. Early fire coming out from 35, not able to connect with anybody. We're about to have action. Radar head takes out Raya.
I got him on the retreat.
Lots of callouts, lots of information being traded. Ooh, Scooby and Bladich trade in the north tunnel.
Get me up.
Ooh, Scooby coming out on top, being able to be rezzed. And quickly we are down 2 defenders. Straylock, Young, and Partisan, the only ones left to defend. Young coming out for a rotation. Legel and Scooby might catch Young in the back here. Scooby might have heard those callouts coming out from Young. And the attackers slowly converging on the objective. On all 4 points of entry. Flashbang coming out to clear the courtyard. No defenders in there. Young about to be in some serious trouble. Not able to see proper names. Ooh, Young and Legel trade. Legel coming out on top, only downed. Greylock tuned in on this door, might get shot in the back. Another trade, Legel and Partisan, neither able to be revived, leaving just Straylock left on the objective. Getting surrounded, M203 comes out, not connecting with anybody. Good way to clear that doorway, though. Ooh, 35, and Lonely Viper breach the door, and Lonely Viper takes the final kill. Giving Bossfight round 1 of map 1, or of map 2. Beautiful attack. They had different points of entry. They surrounded the objective. They took out all defenders that were pushed out. They had good callouts, good reactions. Very solid. Lots of trades coming out. None of which were on the side of BRSEK, unfortunately. 2 revives coming out on the side of Bossfight. Pretty even kill spread coming out from Bossfight, though. They did a really good job at working as a team in that attack. Here we go, round number 2. Map 2. We'll see if Bossfight choose to get aggressive on this or stay conservative near the objective inside this big room.
You bitches a fucking drone. Fucking wage slave.
Only Viper opting to do early peek onto the lake. Unfortunately, BRSEK did not get that spawn. Radar Head and 35 pushing out the tunnels for an early peek. Might get some quick action. Looks like we have a shield coming out from BRSEK. Partisan pushing up right along. .35 about to be in some trouble here. And then we got a solid lake push coming out as well in the west. .35's gonna be really hard to spot. Partisan almost gets caught by 30. Grenade flashbang comes out onto both. More shots from Radar Head. Gets Straylock on the push towards the lake. Ooh, flash onto 35 right before he takes out Partisan. Probably got that kill blind. Leaving just young Radar Head confirming his kill. Young. 35 still facing off. Young is stopped in his tracks. Unsure of how to deal with 35 around the corner. Vladich takes out Legel in the north. Scooby with the refrag onto Raya. Almost catches Vladich in the back, but Radar Head gets the kill. Leaving just one attacker left. The whole lakeside, north side push taken down. Young still not quite sure how he's going to deal with 35. He's waiting for an aggressive push, but 35 is holding his angle. Young opting to rotate to the other tunnel, which has been left open now. 35 aware of this weakness and possible rotation has opted to change angles. Radar Head might get caught here. Ooh, shoulder peek. Doesn't quite get caught, and then Radar with the double peek catches Young rotating. Giving Bossfight round number 2 with their solid hold on the objective. They were aggressive, but not too much. They stayed just close enough where they could back each other up, get the rotations, get the refrags if needed. Solid work. We are moving to an outside objective now over by the shack. This one's also pretty interesting, as you can cap from inside the shack. However, this entire shack is penetrable, so a lot of teams opt to just pre-fire the whole thing when coming around the corner. Might see that come into play. Oh, that was interesting. My amateur camera skills coming into play here. And round number 3 coming on up. Alright, as we get started, BRSEK getting ready to rush to their defense positions. And an inside spawn on the side of Bossfight.
I'm pushing from garage. Drop a mag and take it.
Oh,
Just drop a mag and go. Drop a mag
we got some drums. Got some drums being passed around.
What the fuck? Stop it. Please stop.
Some shots coming out from 35.
It jammed.
Not quite sure what happened there. Radar head.
Can we get like a drone to garage, please? Check out like if anyone who's waiting for ambush.
Pushing out towards the garage. Partisan getting really aggressive. Some C4 being thrown out, but radar head catches him in the rotation.
Guy just ran into me.
Raya taking up defense on the Heskos. Watching inwards towards the objective, seeing if anybody crosses through the little valley. Young pushed up pretty far with Vladic as a support. Interesting to stack 2 right here. They are aware of the push coming in from that side though. 35 looking for this long peek. Straylock catching Legel coming out from tunnels, but 35 catches Young with the long peek. Vladic unable to get the refrag. Oh, shots out to the drone from Raya. Vladic manages to get 35. Lonely Viper getting Straylock with the long shot, and Radar Head getting the refrag. Bringing this to a 3v1. Raya, last one on the defense. Staying conservative, not peeking out. Lonely with the 12x. Perfect for the long shots. Mo coming out onto objective. Radar's on objective. Raya trying to shoot him through the shack. He is capping. Raya takes down Scooby, but they are not killing him. They are letting Radar cap for the win. Bossfight takes map number 2. Awesome communication. Way to die for the cause. Bossfight. Letting Radar get the cap. Not aggressing, not contesting, just distracting. Beautiful play. Beautiful work as we prepare for map number 3. Alright guys, we are going to have to change lobbies, so stand by as we are moving on to Panda Towers custom map. Be right back soon. here we are, Panda Towers, map number 3, boss fight, 8 points on the board for BRSEK, still waiting to get their solid first point against Bossfight. Go ahead and get the cams. I think this is a bit of a smaller map, so we can be a bit more conservative. Or it is a smaller map. Lots of elevation, lots of verticality, with the sky bridge being a major threat. Teams are really going to have to focus on holding this bridge on pretty much every objective. So it'll be good to see how the teams work this out. Might see some shield play. Lots of grenades, possibly some C4. Hope we get the rooftop objective, as it's always fun to watch the skybridge battles from rooftop to ground. James getting some really good nade throws off of this in some previous matches. Waiting on the teams to ready up and begin round number 1 of map 3. Yeah, very well coordinated. It was a beautiful push. And Radarhead did a good job at communicating that he was capping, and the rest of his team reacted in kind, not going for the kill. Here we go. Round 1 underway.
Actually worked pretty well. We could do that instead, but we're not going to do that.
Here comes the molly.
Oh my god.
Lonely Viper doing the Molly dance.
Scoop. If you look, come here, there's a tight angle just here. You could like get prone or something.
Yes.
I'll try it.
If Viper burns himself, we are getting the clip. Oh, Lonely Viper with C4 and a Molly. Interesting combo. Well, moving on to the attacking approach. Ooh, Vladich stopping right before the long peak. Oh man, looks like the sounds were not disabled for the follower alerts, but that's okay. Thank you for the follow. Hey, Dot. Hey, I was in your stream earlier, actually. I remember now. What's going on? Another follower. Welcome, Dagger. Welcome. Vladich looking for the long angle. Not quite peeking anybody, but Legel takes one out on the rooftop. Up on the snow dune over here. The attackers pretty well spread out. Lots of utility coming out. Not quite connecting with anybody. Partisan trying to get a long angle. Still, the skybridge being controlled by the attackers. Raya making a push. Partisan popping smoke right perfect on the hole. Gonna make it really hard for the defenders to react onto there. Raya making some good push, but Young takes out Legel while Scooby gets Vladich.
It's Echo 3, right?
Denying the west approach. Raya still looking for this angle. Scooby almost catches Raya in a very tight angle. Raya trying to stay low, stay hidden, has to heal. Young Pervert takes out, or downs 35. Smoke coming out, Young gets the confirm. Young getting ready to breach the west side. Flashbangs and grenades coming out to try and slow down the middle push. Lots of pre-fire coming out. Young manages to breach the lower level.
Is there any enemies left on the bridge? If not, fucking help me hold the stairs. Those ones. That's fine.
Lots of call-outs coming out.
Why am I doing the bridge?
Radarhead asking for help. I'm just waiting to see if anybody gets aggressive.
Let's go. We got Viper cover now, right? So, all good.
Partisan still looking for a long angle. 2.5 minutes left. He must be thinking about where he's going to go from here. Young, slowly but surely, getting up the stairs. With no backup, he's going to be hard-pressed on this attack. Right as I say that, Raya coming in. Ooh, Young downs radar. Gets the confirm. Raya getting ready to make his own push. Ooh, Scooby almost takes down Young, wounds him. Raya. Ooh, Scooby and Young trade. Raya coming up as backup, close to the objective. Lonely. Feeling kind of lonely right now as he's the last man defending. Pretty far off objective, though. If he's not careful, Raya could get the cap. Tarzan directly below him. Raya, pad out, prone on the objective, gets the cap for BRSEK, giving them first points on the board.
Shit.
Lonely, feeling the regret, allowing the cap to come out. Hey, at least you didn't catch on fire with your own molly, the Lonely. BRSEK, solid work, solid attack, good distractions coming out from the bridge. Bossfight just not quite getting in the rotations. Giving BRSEK 2 points on the board on map number 3. Young coming in with 4 kills on his team. The only kills, actually. But not to downplay Raya, who was able to come in at just the right time for the cap, giving them the ultimate points. Which is why, folks, KD is not the most important aspect of this game. Beautiful play, very well done. And for those of you who just joined who don't play Onward yourselves, it's a 5v5 first-person tactical shooter. The goal is for the attackers to send a 7-digit code, like you saw last round, onto this objective. They have to get relatively close to it, and there's 7 digits that they have to have memorized and be able to type in before the defenders are able to catch them. That will give them 2 points, as you see. Killing all the defenders will give them 1 point. Here we go.
Here,
Round number
this one.
2.
Where are you going, Joe?
Oh shit, it's upstairs. Fuck.
Give me that smoke. Give me that smoke.
As you can see, a tablet coming out 35, memorizing the code right now. And the attack is underway. Lonely Viper getting some quick crossing onto this eastern rooftop. But the defense rushing straight towards Skybridge, as they should. Legel and Scooby gonna try and contest it.
Okay, go back with them.
Early shots ringing out.
Oh shit.
Smoke misses his mark, gets thrown off the Skybridge. A little bit better of a smoke there. Radar head manages to breach the east hole.
There's one to the left as well.
Lots of communication coming out. A little bit of a taunt from BRSEK.
What do you want? Also, one to my left, Vibes.
And three-man push coming out in the southeast here. We do have one crossing the sky bridge. Ooh, just as I look away, Radar Head and Raya trade. Legel sneaking his way up. Seems my camera didn't quite stick. Legel sneaking his way up the sky bridge, using plenty of smoke for cover. 35 Lonely and Scooby, with their 3-man assault, getting aggressive in the southeast. Grenade launcher comes out, doesn't connect with anybody. Legel just keeping the pressure on, keeping the eyes on the sky bridge. With 35, Scooby and Lonely getting in position to breach these stairs. Very dangerous bottleneck. They have to be very careful. Legel maintaining position on the sky bridge. The defenders trying to hold angles. Vladich kind of rotating around. Legel going in for the push. Getting aggressive. Ooh, Partisan can't quite see him through the smoke. C4 doesn't quite connect. Oh, Partisan peeks, but isn't able to connect with him. Legel downing Partisan. Partisan getting the call-outs. Vladich coming for the refrag on the back of Legel. Manages to catch him. Lonely Viper about to breach. Lonely Viper catches Straylock. Vladich waiting for the push, but Lonely sits tight. Trade coming out, Vladich and Lonely. Vladich pushing up to contest. Here's 2v1, 35, and Scooby versus Young. Young not near objective, but that's okay at the moment as the objective is not being contested. Young checking his tablet, realizes he's last up, needs to check the objective immediately. Scooby coming in from Skybridge. .35 taking his time downstairs, just waiting for the right moment. They don't have a proper kill count. They don't know how many are left. They're playing it smart. They know there's only 2 of them. Uh-oh. Scooby just did a weird freeze. And Scooby has dropped, bringing this to a 1v1. Unfortunate for Bossfight. 35, now realizing he's all alone. Good thing he checked his tablet and caught on to that. Checking the stairs slowly. He doesn't know how many are left. He just knows he's by himself. Young anxiously trying to watch all these angles at one time. Ooh, almost gets caught just as he looks away. 35 comes around the corner. Unfortunate timing, but 35 unable to quite connect his shots with Young. Young doing a nice rotation. Waiting for the quick assault, but 35 maintaining a slow, calculated push. With 30 seconds left, he definitely heard the timer. But he's still taking it patiently. Oh! But rushes the corner and catches Young on his heels. Giving Bossfight round number 2 on map 3. Beautiful plays. Unfortunate with the drop, but 35 managed to hold it, keep it at the home team. Actually, technically the away team, as BRSEK is the home team in this case. but keeping it on his team, keeping them on the advantage. He played it slow. He didn't do anything too quickly. He checked his angles. He had a pretty good idea, it seemed, on where the last guy was. Maybe they did have an accurate kill count. There was just a lot of trades, so I wasn't sure if they were able to get proper information on how many they had killed. But he seemed to be fairly confident there weren't a lot of defenders around where he was going, considering how slow he was playing. But beautiful work, and it looks like we do have the western rooftop objective. I'm really interested to see how the teams play the sky bridge, because if the defenders let the attackers get the sky bridge, it's very dangerous. Alright. As we prepare for round number 3. We are getting started, folks.
Hey, radar ammo. Oh shit. Right.
Defense. Looks like they're going to do a 3-2 split.
Let's go.
Get him. Go get him.
Possible aggressive push coming out. But we have early action coming in from the north, as the two teams are very close to each other. Radar head. Getting aggressive. Legel finds Raya. Young finds Radar. 1-for-1 split. Vladich manages to get on Skybridge, but Lonely and 35 pick him off before he's able to do any damage. Straylock takes down Lonely. 35 picks off Partisan. Bad camera work there. Now we have a standoff at the Skybridge with only 2 attackers left. Ooh, Legel catches Straylock in the back. I didn't even see the flank.
3 upstairs.
Leaving just attacker left. 1 attacker left. Oh, what a shot from 35 from the Skybridge to close off round number 3. Very aggressive, very fast, very destructive plays coming out from Bossfight that round. Wasn't able to catch the Skybridge action properly. I was right in the middle. But beautiful plays. I do need to get better at splitting the action. Splitting the view. Here my cameras are intact. There we go. Now we wait for our next round as they are tied 2-2. And looks like we are hopping into it, folks.
Construction, yes, that's correct. We're south construction.
One drum.
Drums being
Go,
passed
go, go.
around again.
Oh, I thought I should grab it while we're waiting. Let's go.
Be interested to see how aggressive they get on the sky bridge. As we have the southeastern spawn. Very quick, very dangerous. Straylock looking for a quick push, but Legel is ready for it. Catching Straylock. And we have 3 coming out onto the sky bridge. A little bit of a drone coming out on the side of Volk. 35 takes out Vladic from the bridge. Lonely gets across. Legel gets Partisan. Radar Head downs Radar Head. Deciding that they were too powerful. And Raya gets the confirm. Raya gets aggressive onto Legel. Quick push. Comes out on top. Rains down to a 2-3. Scooby gets Young from the sky bridge. Leaving just Raya again alone to defend the objective. Very peculiar position too. Very far off objective. Lonely Viper, if he plays his cards right, could get the cap. But as I say that, Raya is going in for the rotation. 35 blazing it. Ooh, but Lonely gets the kill. Nice long shot. Giving Bossfight 3rd point in round number 4, map 3. Beautiful work, solid plays. BRSEK opting not to take the sky bridge turned fatal as they were able to just rain down terror onto the defenders. Have moved objectives to the downstairs north objective. Very capable, very dangerous, especially against a team like Bossfight. Here we go. Round number 5. Bossfight on the defense. I expect a hard push out from the defense on this round. It's like they aren't doing a quick push to the sky bridge. A little surprising. As I say that though, 35 is actually going to peek it. And Lonely Viper coming in from the side. 35 gets Straylock. Partisan looking for the refrag. Can't quite find it. Communication coming out. Lots of pressure. Raya pushing out on the west side. Gonna contest this hole. Radar Head's ready for it. And Legel, ooh, gets taken down. But Partisan downs 35 in the process.
You can get me all vibes.
As he gets really aggressive in the skybridge opening. Oh, Lonely gets a revive, but 35 unable to get out of the way quick enough. The table blocking his escape. Bringing us to a 3v4. The attackers gonna contest the west side some more. Legel just waiting for it.
The shots, it was
raining from
nothing.
Scooby.
I'm shooting at ghosts.
Oh, well thanks Scooby. Making me teleport over here for nothing. Legel. watching this long angle, waiting for an attacker to poke out. We're gonna snap a camera onto him, split our attention. Lonely Viper holding this tight prone angle onto the sky bridge, waiting for anybody to poke out. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. The attackers, plenty of time to make a move, but Scooby picks up Young coming out the hole. Vladic gonna try for the refrag.
There's another one in my doorway.
Vladic opting for a rotation. Scooby taking up a new angle in case he double peeks. Legel and Vladic trade. Legel coming out on top, able to be res. Ooh, Partisan takes out Radar Head, going for the revive though. 2v1. Partisan. Lonely Viper using the elevator to try and get down for the revive. C4 coming out. Possible distraction. I think Lonely Viper might have blown it while he was pushing back in case they decided to aggro while he was rotating. Partisan almost catches Lonely on the rotation. Partisan confirms Legel. Partisan trying to find this kill. Can't quite get the angle. Viper seeing if he can go for a peek. Ooh. Partisan can't quite get the shots onto Lonely. Very awkward angle. Scooby gonna try and get the shot off. And the trade comes out, giving Bossfight their last point on map number 3. 3 for 3. Beautiful plays out of both teams. BRSEK really trying to come back on their third map. Can't quite, or couldn't quite follow it through after that cap. Bossfight keeping the pressure up on BRSEK. Beautiful, beautiful plays. And this is why, again, Bossfight is in the ranks that they are in. They have the MMR they have for a reason, and they showed it today against BRSEK. Beautiful plays out of both teams. Thank you guys for coming out here and playing. Thank y'all for letting me watch. And thank you to the viewers who came out today to watch this action and to listen to me talk about it. This is the Sky Joker VR, and I am signing off for today. I may go live and play a little tonight. We will see. But again, thank you everybody for coming out. Great work to both teams. And I will catch you all next time.